So while we're doing this, let's just do a bit of an audit. So Friday, you managed to catch the dragon.
Yes.
And something, and what else did you get? You just won something else as well.
So I got the bottle of wine and the chicken foot necklace from catching the dragon.
Yeah.
And I got a set of false teeth from the
The poetry, yes. Okay, so I'm putting two prizes or two successes, I think. And Daisy, you didn't get the steering competition, but I think you wrestled the goblins, definitely. Was there something else I forget?
They tried to stare down the psychopaths. Failed.
Oh, okay. Oh, I had two goes. No, yeah, that's right. It was the goblin wrestling. It's like easy peasy.
The ring toss, the wrestle the goblins, and the stare on the psychopaths.
Right. Okay, but only one prize at this stage. Mavis and Arias haven't clipped any tickets yet. And Celeste, how about you? You caught the dragon. Yeah. Okay. So you've got using a green dot. This is more for not sum of all prizes, but well, let's do that. So we must have one prize, two prize. I think Friday you must have three prizes now.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Because I got the dragon on the first prize. Yes.
Yeah. Go for it.
If I was to try the Cyclops thing again, can I use intimidation?
Yeah.
He is a very scary too.
Yeah, you could try and use intimidation, but I think the difficulty would be a bit harder.
What would the difficulty
So if there's they're probably one or two higher.
Okay, because I have a +5 to intimidation.
Okay. And what's your con one?
+1.
Okay. Okay, so rather than just changing the difficulty level, what I'll do is I'll make the con one a straight 10, so because you still need to be able to hold your eyes open and stare, but very easy. And so long as you can get average con roll, then you would just need to roll the normal number with your intimidation.
If I may, Mav is going to take a pity and I'll just give a tap on the shoulder and like, you got this, and I'll give you a bardic inspiration. That's D6 you can add.
Okay. Well, you want to do that while we're waiting for Ungo to get back?
Sure. I'd still like to try with the intimidation.
Yeah, okay.
You can add the D6 to any roll you make for the next 10 minutes.
Okay. So you still need to. So the staring competition starts. Can you roll your? You still need to roll your con.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't even need it. I just rolled 19.
Okay. All right. So you're staring at it, and you're so determined that you silence him with your eyes, and he eventually looks away.
Right, I'm going to roll intimidation now to make him feel.
Okay, alright, roll your intimidation. Oh, 18.
Whoa. Holy crap.
Okay, and intimidation will be contested, but he rolled a 6 for his contest, and so yes, he's definitely... whoa, this is someone not to be messed with.
Yeah, flips her hair.
Alright.
Holds out her hand for the prize.
And out of Cyclops.
Okay, so I'm going to up you up to 2 successes, and you can roll your D8 for your prize.
Alright, 4.
Okay. Okay. You win a it's a replica of a unicorn horn, and the top or the base that's flat and round can be popped off, and it's full with this candy.
Cool. She looks at it, looks proud, and then walks off.
It's quite authentic, quite authentic looking, not plasticky at all.
She pops a piece of candy in her mouth.
Okay. And then we draw our attention to Ungo and Celeste. 20-foot tall teapot rests on a wooden platform, its painted surface swirling and moving imagery of flying dragons, and its breathing streams of bubbles. There's a door at the base that allows entry. You can clip yourself tickets, and those who enter spout and close in the bubble that detaches to float off across the carnival. And there's 7 goblins sitting around the platform sipping tea. You go up, get your ticket punched. Oh, come in. This is a fantastic one. This goblin, he says, my name's Treaclewise. He's got a string of teaspoons on his belt like a holster. He's got bright yellow butterfly wings. And there's a bunch of other goblins sitting around chatting while they sip tea. Who's that, Ungo? Yep, okay, yeah, he flips your ticket and he gestures to a sign and it says, the word that you intend to say, try saying it a different way. Okay. And he says, would you like a gnarly tree knot of bubbling ghee? You get the... Sorry? He sort of slaps his knee and giggles. And how about you? Okay. Are you going to have a ride in the toil and trouble? And he points up at the bubble. Oh, okay. All right. Can you roll a performance for me, Ungo? Oh, wow. Okay, he's impressed with both of you. And he gives you a pouch of his tea as he chuckles and then gestures to the door. He says, it's magic tea. Don't use it wisely. And both of you can put green dots, so I can do that one on you, Ungo. And Celeste, you got 2. Okay. And then you both get into this. You enter the teapot, and it feels very strange.
Well, aren't we in a pickle?
Like
you get me, but you don't want me. Sorry. Tell you what,
circle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally you feel yourself sort of squeezed, and then there's this chute like going down a water slide, and then you bounce back in, and you can move around, and you're standing in this. It's very freaky. It's like you've got levitate cast on you, but you're actually inside a floating bubble. You've got this amazing aerial view of the carnival, and you can see there are enormous snails, probably about 10 feet tall, maybe 15 feet long, racing around a track. You can see enormous dragonflies and people sort of buzzing around on those. A bit further on, and there's a lake where there's a crowd gathering. The rest of you see these characters sort of float off. You don't see any... Well, it's night time. Okay, the rest of you, what are you going to do? You can see Celeste and Ungo and they're floating off.
Daisy's going to wave.
Okay. It looks like you're going to lose sight of them shortly without moving.
I'm sure they will be glad.
Okay. Daisy and Araya start sort of racing off after them. What about you, Franny?
I'm gonna watch them float away.
Okay.
Kind
Ungo
of like-
and so. Yeah.
Following, but still following.
Okay.
So,
You're casually moseying along. Daisy and Araya, so you've got them in sight. Magus, are you going along with Franny there?
Yeah, just casually scrolling.
Yeah, okay, all right. Now, Celeste and Ungo, you find that if you sort of stand up or go on all fours and splay out, you might be able to control where your bubble goes. Can you roll a acrobatics? Okay, so Ungo. All right, so you get rudimentary control of yours, and but you can see Celeste sort of floating over towards Calliope. You can move your own figure where you want to be. Do you want to follow her bubble? You can, and I can shift ping it for you to bring your attention.
And Celeste looks very worried because she can't control her bubble.
Yeah.
It's not fun anymore. It's becoming scary.
Yes, and you're sort of you control it, but it sort of veers widely left and right, and finally you get over this. Whoops, scooching along a little bit, and it pops, and you go splush down and land on the bank of a river. Just Celeste. Okay. You feel the integrity of your bubble starting to deteriorate. That it's enough for you to lower yourself down and not get dumped on your butt.
How deep is this water?
Oh, it's just a stream, and there's a place you can cross not far up. You can see.
Daisy's just going
You
to
could probably jump. Yeah, okay.
She's going to offer finding in her hand.
Okay. I'm just going to bring, by this time, that's Celeste. So Franny and Mavis,
sorry,
you're all
Celeste.
coming out the back there.
Yeah. Sorry, she's going to
Yeah.
offer Celeste a hand to help her off.
Okay.
Celeste is going to accept it and try not to look embarrassed as she brushes herself off.
Okay.
Daisy's going to help
Alright.
Celeste dust herself off. Then give her a thumbs up. Like, you did well.
I think I'm okay. I don't want to do that again.
One thing you noticed is the music starts to change. It becomes sort of happier.
Is Calliope the source of the happy music now?
Yes, and it's changed without anyone changing the song or anything, but it seems to change its beat. Arias and Franny, you notice something, but you know that archway just in front of you that everyone's just dashed through? If you look to your left, you can see a lost property area, and out the front there's this enormous displacer beast. One that you recognise.
Oh, what?
From your childhood. You met this creature, I think.
Was that the big cat with the wings?
Yes.
Oh!
Wait, Displacer Beast.
Yes.
Displacer Beast don't have wings.
If you... the others can call you back for a moment if you want, or we'll just pick up you... Who's there? Mavis, Arias, and Rani? Yeah, this one definitely has wings.
I mean, we don't always have things either.
Yeah. Mavis would know the difference.
Thing.
As you approach, getting a little bit closer, going to move down to the rules property while the others are doing their thing.
Yeah.
You can see that this Displacer Beast has two long tentacles that are attached to fake cloth painted butterfly wings. You should see that come up on.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And so it doesn't look at it. And there's a few stitches. There's been a few tears, and they've been repaired. Bit of leather. There's the tail has got butterflies tied to it, and there's a young child with next to the Displacer Beast, using a little cup and getting what looks like sugary liquid of some sort. The creature. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was wondering if anyone was going to recognise my Calliope Bohemian Rhapsody.
The music, right?
Yeah. So Dilligorn, your old friend, grey-whiskered Displacer Beast, seems to be looking after the lost things. You're at the booth with the lost things, and there's a couple of kids. The toffee apple juice is fitted with a spigot for easy pouring, and Dilligorn's there, but there's no. Remember, Dilligorn had a kitten, a cub, and at that point, one of the older boy, there's a young boy and a young girl there, and he picks up a mirrored ball, and in a rare moment, Displacer Beasts are not known for their patience. Dilligorn snatches the ball and bats it, almost bearing claws, in fact, and there's a snarl and a flick of its tentacle, and Viro, the boy, looks aghast and just sprints into the crowd. And Dilligorn sort of stands up and goes to go after the boy, and then looks down at the other boy, the younger one, that she's still looking after. And she looks at you and says, she pleads with you, go, find the boy, bring him back. It can't be in two places at once. This is to Phryne, Mavis, and Arias. It's to you three.
So you get the kid.
Be your own person.
Yep. So Phryne.
I'll go run after him.
Okay. It's going to take a search. That'll be a wisdom check, please. Perception.
Yeah, Rice will help her with that.
Yep. You can have a check as well. You can sort of fan out. Do it. You get your own. You can do your own check too.
Okay.
14.
Okay. You're still looking here and there, and you can't see him. What about you, Rice?
You said wisdom?
Yeah, perception. Oh. Okay. So Arias is there with his natural one. What was it again? A boy or a girl? or something along those lines. Franny, you look for a few more minutes, but maybe for about 10 minutes, searching up and down. Do you want to keep looking?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not grab, but kind of in a semi-hurry, grab the boat now and stuff. But did you see a boy run past me about yay tall with such and such features?
Okay, yep. This is just someone that in the crowd sort of thing?
Just someone in the crowd.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so you start to get a bit insistent, a bit frantic. Can you roll another perception check for another 10 minutes of searching, this time with advantage? You're risking pissing people off, but you get to roll twice. 7 and a...
The second
Oh my
god. I saw nothing.
Okay, alright.
Mavis at this point, if they're taking more than 10 minutes,
yep.
Mavis would use message spell again to contact the boy and tell him to come back to his mother.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Can you roll persuasion for me? He says, "No, I'm looking at Toffee." I don't know if he can reply to you or not, but
he can.
Okay.
Persuasion, you said? Persuasion, let's say. I'll say something along the line. Unless you get back here this very instance. Was the mother is looking for him? Or
no, the displacer beast.
Okay. Unless you get back here this very instant, your little cat friend will be very, very displeased.
I think I heard someone in the background mention a pointing. I think I might have been right around. You need to be able to see them.
No, you don't need to. Point in general direction.
Oh, okay.
I can just keep going in every direction.
Okay. So, yeah, so you've done your... Oh, so persuasion. What did you roll? A 2. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm staying here. Buy the toffee apples. Buy the toffee apples.
Okay. If I can just add another one. By the way, did I get, which direction he is from that?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah, you can use it as a finder.
Okay, now I'll start walking that direction and I'll cast it again to say, well, I warned you, but next minute you don't get back here, the cat is going to go looking for you by itself.
Okay, alright, roll it with advantage.
Advantages.
See if someone can roll 10.
That should be it.
How you going? Looking down at the chat here.
19.
Alright. Okay, he says, oh, okay, oh, not the... He seems a bit freaked out by Dilligor bearing her claws, but the boy sheepishly comes back, and the rest of the other three of you. Bringing Viro back, Dilligorn's very grateful, and she says, many years ago my own cub vanished from this carnival without a trace. And two of you remember even playing with this Displacer Beast cub as children yourselves.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
This small mirrored ball was Star's. Here, you take it, and if you find Star, Star will know to go with you, and you can bring her back to me like you did this child. And you have a small mirrored ball.
Mirrored ball.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Is there anything else of interest in the lock property?
Not particularly. No. This is. It looks like it's not so much for lost things. It's more for lost people.
Oh,
I might switch back to Celeste, Daisy, and Ungo at this point. Mm-hmm. You're at the carousel. There's a character nearby you looking quite distressed. She's just wringing her hands. And there's no one queuing up to go on the carousel, oddly. Yeah, she looks like she's the one in charge of it. She says, "Oh, hello. Sorry, we're not operating this ride at the moment. It's in disrepair." She says, "Oh, unless you're good at painting, you could give me a hand." "What's your name?" she says to Celeste.
My name's Celeste. Did you say you need help painting?
Yes.
I could help.
It's been since we arrived. They must have been a bit worn from our last travels or from the last riders, and I've not gotten it going yet. My name's Diana Coppington. She's wearing wings, much like you are. Let's see. She's greeting you with good humour, just to try to size her up, but there's a sadness behind her eyes. Well, she says, well, the carousel here, the unicorns have stopped working because of their name tags. They've been worn. Someone's defaced them. Wretch. Their names are illegible. Anyway, we just have to try and figure out what to paint. Come up with names. They're in pairs, you see. And she gives you some paint and she moves down to the end one. But she's thinking to herself, she says, "I just can't, for the life of me, figure it out."
Making up names, or are we finding out their actual?
Well, I think it's the actual ones, but she says, you can read. You read the tag on the first one, and it's the first one's name is Bold. And the second one's name is Fortune. That one's okay. Fortune and Bold. But the second pair, the first name is Pride. The second name just starts with an F, and then you're not sure what's at the end. She says, I don't know what to put. Pride and F.
The other two.
Okay. Well, the horse with Pride on it is slightly ahead of the one next to it. If you want to have a look at the third pair, let's see. The first one is Stone, and the second one is M. Two more letters that have been defaced, and then S.
We're not afraid to be all that we are.
What was the first pair again?
The first one was Fortune and Bold. M something something S.
That's what I was thinking.
I remember mine.
Okay. So Ungai, do you want to take up some paint and type something in? Okay.
less is good at paintball.
Okay, so you put the O on and put the S on. Let's see. And as you do that, both of the unicorns of the ride turn from wood to, well, they still look like wood, but they start moving, and one of them goes and then whinnies and looks at you.
I think we got it.
And Moss looks at you and says, Oh, thank you. I think I know you. Have I seen you before? You've been here before, a long time ago.
Yes.
Did you lose something here?
I think I did.
What was it?
I'm not too sure. I think I lost someone.
Yes, you. Okay, well, I remember you. You had some. You were holding hands with someone, about the same size as you, but she went off into the Hall of Illusions. I don't think she's here.
She's not here?
No, she'll be off.
Haven't seen her?
No, she'll be. Yes,
Okay.
Yes, definitely. I think she's gone because she was holding hands with another character. Let me
What did
see.
the other person look like?
She looks like a little girl, much the same, but she had green skin and a pig mask.
Oh.
Yeah, she had like those parties and people dressed. Kids are always dressing up as animals. She had an animal from a pig. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I don't know much about that. The others might, and the horse nods back to the ones that are not looking. Why don't you wake them up and ask them? Yeah, there's two other pairs. Yeah, the next one, I think you guessed it, but you haven't painted it yet, or you thought you had an idea. Pride and the F. You want to try typing fall in there, Celeste?
Yeah.
Okay, type in fall, and again, both unicorns wake up, come to life, and oh, thank you.
Yes, good job. I wouldn't have got that.
Oh, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Very good.
Hunter, did you have a question?
Shadow, you say? There is someone still in shadows. I know. We're not supposed to speak about these things. The Shadow Thief, Endelyn Moongrave. She's an old hag. Rules an area of Prismea. She's a seamstress, but she stitches shadows.
Where is he at?
Endelyn Moongrave. She's in the domain of Prismea. You know what they say? She has foreseen her own death, and she knows it happens during an eclipse. I'll put this in there. Oh, I don't know when eclipses in Prismea happen. Who knows? No, I don't. But I think the Carnival owners would. And the little pig girl, I guess. And Endelyn's shadows. Yeah. Fall, yep, that's right. And so, any other? If you've got another question, I guess you could try that lot and point down the very back. Those are the cheap seats. Ha ha ha.
And the names on the last one.
Yeah, the fourth pair. You see. Closing down some windows here. Don't need the goblin. This has Stitch and then space N space. Now for the other three of you, you're being very patient, thank you. We'll join back up shortly.
No problem.
Stitch and something. Any ideas, Mavis? I mean, who's this? Oh, yeah, this is Ungo Celeste and Daisy.
I'm not there.
Daisy, you're there too. 9? Celeste, she of the paintbrush.
Yeah, we can try it.
You're gonna give 9 a crack? Well, you do it and it works. The two horses wake up and they look to you. They say, "Oh, thank you. You've done such an amazing job. That's beautiful." Yes. I am 9. Is there anything we can do to repay you?
Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, Daisy, have you got any? Oh, she's on mute at the moment. I'll be away from people.
She just shakes her head, shrugs, and points at her the leaf wrapping on her throat.
Yes, right. The horse says, "I know you. You were so even as a youth, so powerful, so confident. You look to have gone through some troubles."
She gestures like, couldn't tell.
Someone once told me that the strength to stand alone is the strength to make a stand. I carry.
She raises her seeing eyebrow.
Then she says, "There's a hag called Lorna, slack-jawed Lorna, they call her, and she has these little lawnlings, and sometimes they steal an aspect of your personality. You might not even realise you're missing it."
Slack-jawed Lorna. That's on that one. Anyways,
she's called Slackjaw because she's able to eat things much bigger than her, but it's caused a bit of a problem. You hear of some people getting flash tunnel earrings, and they get bigger and bigger, and eventually they don't know what to do with them. That's happened to Slackjaw's face.
That's unfortunate.
I'm fairly certain that you don't quite have the same spring in your step that we saw, and that's what you might have lost.
Shrugs.
Yeah. You may not realise.
I didn't realise I lost them.
But anyway, and you can see a couple of partygoers get clips, and they get onto the and they queuing to get up. And Diana Cloppington says, "Oh, thank you. I'm about to see if we can get our first lot of customers." And let's see. At this point, the music gets even happier. And these horses turn to you and say, "Oh yes, the amount of pleasure that is brought on by party goers changes the actual physical demeanour of the carnival. If people are glum and dour or fail at prizes and no one wins anything, the whole carnival gets sad and starts to get sinister. But it seems like things are going, well, swimmingly well." And so the three of you have found out a little bit about your lost thing. And
ride the carousel for free.
oh, I'm glad you asked. Certainly, and she lets you get onto this unicorn and ride it. They're the first ones to ride it of the whole fair. And I'll just move Diana out the way. Okay. You hear people talking that the big top extravaganza is going to be very soon, probably in about an hour or so, within the next hour. You've probably got time to do something else before it.
I don't know how about you guys, but I could eat.
Yeah, Dave was just that's a rubber as well.
There's the feasting orchard. It's just a bit north of the carousel.
And obviously we start heading that way.
Okay. Well, you make your way around the carousel. Yep. All of you together, or the other three still staying back?
I don't know.
Okay. Feasting orchard. Music and mirth radiate from the park. Heady scents of flowers, meads, berry pie wafting through the air. Stilt waters pluck fruit from trees. Musicians pipe and strum. So it's a bit of a musical place as well. And everywhere there's singing, dancing, merriment, and an inordinate amount of custard eating. It's common, like the stalls where you just walk up and you can get a cup of custard with a few fresh fruits sprinkled on top. Around the whole feasting orchard, it's bustling with storytellers, musicians and acrobats. And the tables are lined, it's like an Oktoberfest type thing, but with sugar rather than alcohol. And the tables are lined with merrymakers, people dancing on the tables every now and then. And you can grab a bite. To eat, which is going to get you by. But you can see people are rushing over, and you can hear of this sort of chanting, and you see there's a whole table there, and it looks like there's a fairy cake eating contest, which you can join in if you want to for a ticket punch, depending on how many fairy cakes you think you can eat.
Ooh, Daisy will try.
I was just gonna grab. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
remember, you still have the inspiration. You can use it if you want. I think it's been under 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so Daisy, you're going to line up in the feasting orchard. Anyone else want to?
I'll go with her.
We'll have to punch a ticket for this.
You would, yeah.
Okay.
Is it possible to offer ticket punches to other people?
You can if you want, yeah.
I'll offer Daisy
Okay, alright.
She smiles. She smiles and signs thank you.
Okay, so is that Celeste?
Yeah.
Okay, so Celeste, you knock yours down one, and are you going in the competition as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Bryony's in.
I'm just watching.
Oh, okay. All right. So the top row here is going to be Celeste and Daisy. What about Ungo, Mavis?
Mavis just gonna grab. Mavis just gonna grab enough food just to satisfy his hunger, and he will sit somewhere where. Isn't there musicians who sit?
There are, yeah.
Close by?
Yes.
And he just eat his food, like not enjoying it, not tasting it, just
yeah.
And the action of consuming nutrients.
Okay. For a bard, Mavis is seeming very glum to you all, like there's something up. Arias, what about you? Oh, you're on mute at the moment.
Yeah, sorry. Arias is still full from the pumpkin gladiator.
Oh, yes.
He's definitely watching, and he's just enjoying what's about to happen.
All right. So they bring out these. Oh yeah, Ungo. Okay. It is, yeah. Okay. Be the wallflower. Okay, so everyone crowds around and they bring out these trays of these sort of glazed small donuts sort of things, cupcakes. And they say, right, the goal is simple. Eat as many cupcakes as you can within 60 seconds. And you can, and they say, ready, set, go.
Alright, what's the thing for it?
Oh, okay, so I'll give you an idea here. A contestant can swallow a cupcake in about 3 seconds and safely eat as many cupcakes as 3 plus your con modifier. Okay. So
mine is 1.
I'm just going to move Bryony out of the way a little bit. So there's the watchers. Ungo's sort of back a little bit. Arias, you're in there watching. Okay, so Daisy's got a Constitution modifier. What 1 did you say?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna use blue for these blueberry cupcakes. So you quickly wolf down 4 cupcakes. And what about you, Celeste?
Mine is also +1.
All right, so you also can quite easily jump. And there's a couple of other characters as well that are also in this. Now, for each additional cake eaten, the contestant must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, DC 10. So, a couple of other contestants, eating 4 cupcakes even is still a fair bit if you don't have the con, but it's not too bad. Daisy, you can try for another one by doing a DC con saving throw. Okay. Oh,
I just don't have luck with con saves or con rolls.
Okay. All right. So what's going to happen there is you take 1 point of custard damage in your stomach.
What?
And is your maximum hit points 10?
No, it's 11.
Okay, so if I click on your green bar and put your maximum to 11, I'll leave it on 10. You can see the bar's gone down a little bit.
Okay.
But you have eaten 5 cupcakes now. We'll crack you up to 5. Celeste, if you're going to match this, you're going to have to eat a cupcake right now and roll a con check. A 6. Okay. Oops. You also eat 5 cupcakes, but you're still in the competition. However, you take 6 custard damage. What's your maximum? What's your maximum? Your maximum's 9. Okay. Custard
damage.
Custard.
Worse.
This is it. This module introduces a new type into the. No, you don't. Okay.
It's the most type of damage in the game because there are no resistances.
At this point, a dwarf down the end vomits and passes, and they all went, "Oh, he's out of it." Vomits custard. Daisy, do you want to? Are you and Celeste going to try for another one?
Yes, I will try.
Or are you sort of?
So I've got to be 10.
Okay, go for it. Yes, you do.
18.
All right.
Nice.
So you've now eaten 6 cupcakes. What about you, Celeste?
I'm going to try again.
You got 3 hit points left.
Oh, she's gutsy.
Okay, roll your... Because if you can keep passing your
Literally.
con checks, it doesn't matter what your hit points are.
Do we have a cleric?
We do, but she doesn't have heal.
No.
I'm a great cleric.
Do I have time to cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yes, you can. But then we'll throw and do it because you're doing that instead of eating a cupcake.
Okay.
In your 3 seconds.
So
do you
what
want?
I will do is...
What do you mean by misled? Ow.
You can cast cure. You can cast cure wounds if you want. Okay. So if you click on your token, you should see a 3 pop up above your thing.
Isn't that cheating?
No,
Is
I
that-
don't.
If you select your token, no.
No.
Odd.
I am so sorry. I forgot
just
to
do it for now.
change the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is completely on me. I forgot to change the thing.
Just
My
type
next
in
stream, I will
plus
definitely
H.
be playing Last of Us 2.
Okay, you back up to 11. Okay.
Check,
I think my
check
max
in
is
tomorrow.
9.
Yeah.
Because
Your max is
I will
9, is
be
it?
doing a stream
Yeah.
tomorrow of Last of Us 2.
Just said.
That is my bad. Yeah, it really was a mistake.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm so
I don't
sorry.
want to get taken out by custard.
Okay.
But I will be
All right,
on
so,
tomorrow.
A couple of 3
9
seconds
around
later,
this
Daisy, do you want
time.
to eat another one?
1 second. Yes, I would like to eat another one.
Okay. I'm just rolling.
9.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll you a D8. Whoops. Here it comes. You take 2 custard damage. Can you adjust your health yourself?
Well, sorry?
Can you adjust your health yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And Celeste, are you going to try one now?
Yeah.
Okay. You may as well just roll these in pairs now.
Yeah, no, yeah, if you want to come join, again tomorrow,
17, no problem.
we can definitely have a
Okay,
chat about
so
it.
you
then.
go up to 6 cupcakes.
Actually,
This is getting
chat about
intense.
But yeah, definitely come
And Daisy, who's going to go
join
to 7.
tomorrow. Because yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely playing
Both of you roll
tomorrow.
paid constitution
I'm so
check.
sorry about the mix up. Sorry, what was that?
Roll a constitution check for your next one.
Okay.
Oh, a 6. Okay, Daisy, you're going to take 2 damage.
Alright.
And Celeste, you rolled a 10, that's a pass. You can put your dots up to 8 and 7.
Yes, I am. I am playing
This is a bit of a how to use Roll20 training as well.
Alright, so am I up to 8 now on blue?
Yeah, you should be on 8 on the blue.
Alright.
Well, mine's being weird, but it won't let me change anything.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I got it.
I am ready to go again.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna go again as well.
Oh. Okay.
Athlete.
My guy loses, and the only one that's still in the contest also bows out, puts their hands up, taking too much custard damage, and they sort of just roll off. And now it's just you two that are in it.
And I'm already 2 ahead. 1 ahead.
1 ahead.
Yeah.
And Celeste, you'll be on 8 as well. Oh no, did you roll a 5?
I rolled a 5.
Oh, so you're taking some damage. Here it comes. 8 damage.
Oh, ouch.
That's a killer.
I'm ducking out.
Okay, that puts you on 1 health. But on that, so you put your hands up and back away, and the crowd goes, yeah! And Daisy, you are lauded as the champion.
She's gonna stick both hands up in the air, and then let out a big ass fucking belch.
I half expect you to say I'm going to eat 2 more.
I will eat 2 more if I can.
Alright, see if you can, just for...
Alright, let's do it. Oh, 17.
Yes.
1 more.
Alright, you're up to 10.
Oh, alright.
Oh, and you take another 8 damage.
Oh,
so
no.
Put you out.
Yeah, that puts me out.
Okay. Alright. But by then...
I've already won, so...
You're unconscious and won.
Exactly.
Okay. You go into sort of like a sugar coma. And the person running the competition says, "Yay!" and comes and gets your hand and rises up in the air like a champion boxer. And here, the prize for each person winning the competition, and gets out this little dainty cardboard box with ribbon tied around it. And
someone
you're going to open it up and have a look. Oh yeah, you come around eventually.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Just like a punch strap box, you get a couple of slaps. Wake up. You go, oh, what? And there you go. You're conscious. 1 hit point.
Alright, I'm on.
After about, it's considered temporary hit points, and so they wear off after. Yeah. By the time of the big top. And inside there is a cupcake.
Oh god.
And you have no desire to eat this cupcake. It just, even though it looks incredible. And he says, no. He says, no. This don't toss it. This cupcake is enchanted to never go off.
That's nice.
And as soon as if you eat the whole cupcake, you will turn, he gestures, invisible. It is a cupcake of invisibility. Not that unwieldy, yeah.
She's gonna close up the box and put it into her backpack.
Okay. Alright. So, Daisy, as a champion of the feasting orchard, what are we at? 10:51. I'm just going to switch down to Arias and Frony in there. You're in the actual feasting orchard.
Gotham needs you to answer for the sins of your father.
Where is it? Oh, I'm getting a getting a bit of wind from you.
Oh, sorry.
Daisy. There we go. You're enjoying the music around the place, and there's this gnome there playing a lute, and she's placing an inordinate amount of attention on you, Arias and Franny.
So she would be directly at us?
Yeah, quite often. Yeah, quite often, and she's smiling and she's plucking the strings on her lute while eyeing you and even Daisy and Celeste in their competition.
She's just there, like, playing with her lute?
Yes.
Okay.
And she calls over, "Hello." Okay.
Yeah, I had a
Oh, good evening. I'm Eliwick. And then she keeps on casually strumming. She says, "This is a wonderful piece by Katie Peronius. It's called Raw."
You need to hand me over all of your music equipment now.
Alright, you should see a picture of Eliwick here. And Eliwick's. Yeah, she's got a little sort of froggy, sort of salamander type creature smiling at you as well. And she says, "Well, you made it here anyway."
Yeah, no, it's a great song. Really.
Thank you. I didn't write it. I can't take the credit, but it's chipper. It's catchy. Yeah, empowering if you're 12.
So she said that we made
Yes. He says, "I hope you got your tickets okay."
yes, we did. We grabbed them at the supermarket. I don't believe we had before.
Oh, we haven't. No, we haven't. No, I'm from a long way away from here, but I'm one of a group of people who help nudge things along in the right direction.
Were the tickets used?
She goes off. Yeah, well, yes, I arranged it.
Thank you.
Oh,
I thought we had a bit of trouble getting in, but this time it was a lot easier.
Oh, that's what I do. I smooth things out, make it easier, grease the wheels.
Eliwick, right?
Eliwick, tumble strum. She gives you another bow as she just continues to strum.
Well, you know our names, and you got to take it with me.
Yes.
So, there's something you need from us.
Oh well, yeah. I think something that you need, but we all do really. There's a bit of trouble in a land not quite close to here.
Is that
Yes, Prismia and Zybilna, the Fey Queen. He seems to have been usurped, or realm has has control seized of it by three hags. The hags formed the Hourglass Coven.
Mavis's face, generally a pleasant smile spreads across his lips, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. And he would say, well, by all means, just anything we can do to help.
Well, I guess answers will be found as you move around the carnival and explore, but if you can find your way to Prismea, then you can maybe find yourselves as well as sort out this Zybillna's problems.
True. But surely this situation is as dire as I have described. Wouldn't it be easier to just let us know how we can get there with the quickest, easiest possible way?
She doesn't. I don't know the password or anything, but apparently it's something to do with the Hall of Mirrors. That's where they seem to come from.
Hall of Mirrors.
Is that the same as Hall of Illusion?
Oh yeah, illusion. Let's try it.
Oh, okay.
Left page picks up. That's where she picks up.
And she also picks up. I'll put it into the chat for you. She gives you the names of the three hags, just so you know. Bavlorna Blightstraw, Scabatha Nightshade, and Endelyn Moongrave.
Do those names ring a bell?
Maybe to some of you, based on what we've just said just now.
Well, it's more like the story that we were told in the last.
I don't believe it.
What story? You have to remind me.
So when we took the owlbear back home, and as Mason told us a story.
Yes. Can you roll a intelligence or wisdom? It's up to you. Okay.
Never close.
Yeah. Who's that? Sorry. Ungo. Yeah. Well, I guess. Let's see. Ungo. Not really. I guess when you see them talking, you can walk over.
Wasn't he with us?
Yeah, I thought we all were. We just moved our tokens out to clear this space
Oh yeah.
for the con.
Yeah. So you're not actually outside of the thing. You're inside. Yep, that's fair enough. So if you want to go and sort of nut your heads together, you could give Franny advantage on that roll.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Your wisdom's up there too. You can't make any connection to it, but I'll dig it out of chat and repaste. Yes, well, yeah, that's right. So there was no mention of those particular names. I guess Baba Yaga's a hag, and she has 3 daughters, but and there was a 4th daughter that ran away or something. Whether that's referring to the same creatures or not. Don't know. Yet Endelyn may have stolen your shadow, because they said Endelyn's the shadow weaver. I don't think Franny's shared too much about it. Or yeah.
Sabrina, I think.
Lyric says Zabilna.
Can you put it in the chat?
There you go.
Oh, Zabilna.
Yep.
Assuming that's Slavic. Yes, full of illusions. Oh. Thank you for the advice.
Okay.
Others, you guys have any other questions? I think we should make our way there before the big job extravaganza starts up.
You've probably got time if you want to do that.
Hey, I'm starting to get a little bit, very tired. I think I'm just gonna jump off. Dace's just gonna follow everyone around and pretty much say nothing. Because, yeah.
Who's that, sorry?
That's Daisy.
Daisy. Oh, yeah, no worries.
I'm just gonna jump off.
I want a food coma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good comment, yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, no worries. Thanks.
Alright. Cheers for the games. I'll catch you guys
Okay.
in a fortnight.
Fortnight, yeah.
Hopefully I'll have milk to make coffee at that point, so...
Oh, I'm sitting here with a coffee myself.
Yeah, I've got no milk left, so... unfortunately.